Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's live stream broadcast. District 4 2A Boys Championship Basketball set to get underway here in just a few minutes between the technically visiting both teams. But Mark Morris Monarchs will be wearing the away jerseys and the R.A. Long Lumberjacks in the home garb. Nick Sisson on behalf of N2 Media saying thank you so much for being with us here for this one. Fans, I got to warn you ahead of time, I have been experiencing some technical difficulties here with the internet, so I do apologize in advance. I'm using mobile internet. It's not like the friendly confines at the Longview Public School District here, but bear with me. Testing some things out. Obviously, bad time for that to happen, but it's a possibility that we could have some lag during the game here, so I'll try to do the best I can to give you the play-by-play. But we all know why we're here. Both Mark Morris and R.A. Long, number 1 and number 2 in the Greater St. Helens League. And they're facing off for a third time at Civil War III here at Kelso High School. R.A. Long has won the first 2 matchups in the regular season, and they look to complete the trifecta sweep of their crosstown rivals, looking to capture their 6th district championship overall and their 3rd in the last 4 tries. Mark Morris has played this game now for the 3rd straight season, and they are the defending district champions, having beaten Columbia River last season 76-53 in this gym. So they do have that going for them in terms of recent memory. But R.A. Long has, I don't want to use the word dominated because I don't think that's the right word, but they've gotten the better half of the rivalry if you go back to the last 5 seasons. But the golden age of basketball is upon us here in the city of Longview / Kelso. The Twin Cities have seen plenty of wins between the two teams over the years, but this year specifically, Mark Morris 21-3 overall on the season. And R.A. Long 21-1, which is awesome, by the way. That's a really good record. Only 1 loss by the Lumberjacks, and it's by 1 measly point on the road to the Columbia River Rapids, who they defeated in the semifinals 63-58 to get to this game here. Both teams have punched their ticket to the regional round of 16, and Mark Morris got to that point by defeating Ridgefield 71-57 in the semis on Tuesday. Both had opening round wins. Mark Morris dispatching WF West, and R.A. Long taking care of Washougal by 25 points. Columbia River and Ridgefield punched their ticket to the regional round last night, making District 4 an all Greater St. Helens League affair. I didn't have it prepared as to when the last time that happened or if it ever had happened before. But quite an accomplishment. We'll talk more about where things stand going forward, probably at the conclusion of this ball game here tonight. But we got about 3.5 minutes until we're going to get introductions for the game here tonight. I see we got a few fans already here in the live stream comment section. The gymnasium is packed here at Kelso, and we got both the R.A. Long and Mark Morris bands on our backs. So you'll hear their music clearly here tonight alongside my very descriptive, very, I guess, well-known broadcasting voice by now. Hopefully we're going to get to exercise the Rakaka demons in some form or another. But fans, be sure to type into that live stream comment section where you're watching from and who you're rooting for. I am doing a special promotion, a giveaway on my Facebook page for those that saw. If you want to get a free 30-day subscription to Blast Zone Media to follow all the local sports coverage by Jordan Nalen and others, you can type in your score prediction. There's only 1 entry, though, per person, okay? So if you've already commented on Facebook, if you want to comment what your prediction was, go right ahead, but you're not going to be able to change it and give me a different prediction. But you cannot be a current subscriber to win the contest. This is for new subscribers, potentially only for Blast Zone Media. So if you want a chance to win, you've got to type in your score prediction in the comment section and be a new subscriber. You also must be following us on Facebook or YouTube. So make sure you do that. Kyle Fisher's watching from Spokane, says give him the axe. Spokane had some good basketball played last night. West Valley Spokane beating Pullman. Both of those teams are going to play a glue crossover game. Pullman will take on Prosser, and West Valley will take on Grandview. That's just sick that two of those teams aren't going to be represented in the tournament, if you ask me. Lisa's watching from Seaside. Mark Morris for the win. Again, if you want to enter, I need more than that. I need a score prediction. By the way, the team that you predict has to win in order for you to win the contest. You can't just get the total points correct. They're going to introduce both teams here in alternating fashion. It's going to be an intense atmosphere here. Student section filled up on the far side, both sections. Right below me here in the main bowl on the near side. Not an open seat. Jeff Johnson's watching tonight from Arizona. There we go. Sandy says watching from Florida. Time for introductions here.
Starting at 4, a 6'3" senior, number 3, Dalton Stevens. The Lumberjacks, a 6' senior guard, number 1, Peyton Phil. The Monarchs, 5'11" junior, point guard, number 4, Drew R.A. And the Lumberjacks, a 6'1" senior, number 11, Jermaine Jenkins. 5'11" Monarchs, a 5'11" senior, number 20, Nathan Stevens. And number 11, a 6'4" junior, number 21, Joshua Green. Starting at 4 for the Monarchs, a 6'4" senior, number 22, Jacob Brooks. A 6' junior, number 23, Brandon Irwin. Starting at 4 for the Monarchs, a 6'3" senior, number 23, Carson Bachner. For the Lumberjacks, a 6'3" junior, number 34, Rick Young. Head coach of the Lumberjacks, Jerry Key, is assisted by Harris,
Thank you. All right, everybody. National anthem has been played. Introductions have been made. Let's get to the starting lineups. First for Mark Morris, number 3, Dalton Stevens. Number 4, Drew Ibarretta. Number 20, Nate Stevens. Number 22, Jaden Brooks. And number 23, Carson Bogner. For the Lumberjacks, Peyton Thill. Number 1, number 11, Tremaine Jenkins. Number 21, Josh Crane. Number 23, Landon Irwin. And number 34, Rhett Young. The Monarchs are coached by Ken Kelly, assisted by Steve Clokey and Hayden Tilton. The Lumberjacks coached by Jure Key, assisted by Jamon Harris, Raleigh Wallace, and Connor Wallace. Fans, again, we've been having internet issues here, and it looks like they're picking up, so I do apologize in advance. Dalton Stevens against Rhett Young to jump it up here. And the opening tip controlled by the Monarchs. Brooks with it. Puts it on the deck. Up top, moves it now near wing Stevens. Stevens with Young on him. Now a double team comes. Pass gets skipped far side. Ibarretta, a floater from just inside the paint. No good. Ball tapped around. Bogner kept it alive. Now tries to throw it off of Crane, and he does. Extra possession here now for the Monarchs after the hustle play by Carson Bogner. Ibarretta inbound, lobs it. Top of the circle, off the dribble now. Bogner creates space, goes up off the window. 2-0 Mark Morris. Thill moves it, brings it back to the near side with Jenkins. Far side, Irwin skips it to the corner. Back to the top now. Crane for 3, top of the circle. Long, rebound Brooks. Stevens for 3, top of the circle. That's Nate, no good. Another offensive rebound here for Mark Morris. Bogner kicks to Brooks. Brooks goes far side, Ibarretta. Ibarretta with Jenkins on him. They check the bench to get the play call. Ibarretta dribbling it back to the logo with Thill on him. Bounce pass now far wing, 3-point line extended. Stevens pulls up on Crane from 3, short. Young has the rebound fall into his lap. Jacks come away with the board, push it up near sideline now. Thill dribbles to the top, moves it back, a near wing 3 by Trey Jenkins, no good. Rebound Ibarretta. Bogner now with it, passes off, jump stop from the baseline now. Stevens picks up his dribble, kicks it out. Bogner for 3 on the way. Long, Young with another rebound for R.A. Long. High screen, Young rolls away, double team on Crane, finds Irwin. Irwin finds Young. Young passes inside, it's tipped around. Jenkins comes away with it, fouled, and they're going to say on the floor, no bucket. I know, it is terrible lag. I am so sorry. I can't seem to figure out what's causing it because I've been in this building several times and it's just not working. A feed down low, far side. Young goes up off the window and scores over Bogner. Tied up at 2. Getting out in front in a hurry is Bogner. Bogner has it held, and it's a jump. They say it's going to be R.A. Long possession. Peyton Thill walking it up, being guarded by Nate Stevens. Gets it across the timeline. Bounce pass, Trey Jenkins, 3-point line extended. Puts it on the deck, gets it to Young, top of the circle, rotate to Thill. Thill finds Crane, open at the top. Crane passes out, far side Thill, looking to get it back in the corner, does. Being guarded by Brooks, drives, forced almost out of bounds. Landon Irwin for 3, rattles out, and the ball tapped back inside, and Crane comes away with it. Spins down low, goes up, he's denied emphatically, but it's kept in bounds. R.A. Long maintains possession. Trey Jenkins down the lane, scores it. Great recovery there by the Lumberjacks. Jaden Brooks with the volleyball spike. Didn't get it out of bounds though. 4-2, R.A. Long. Off the dribble, Bogner picks it up, looking for help, gets it out to Stevens. Stevens puts it on the deck, drives, has to double clutch. Still came over and bothered the shot. Rebound to Young, his third rebound already here in the quarter. Jacks working with a 2-point lead, setting up the offense. Phil on the logo, still has a dribble. Jacks surveying the defense now. Jenkins looking around, puts it on the deck. Crane back out to Trey. Trey puts it on the deck, shows the ball, tries to pass it back near side. Ibarreta read it beautifully, leads the break. Drew goes up, off the window and in. Great play there by Drew Ibarreta, 4 up. Lob, far side, picked out of the air by Stevens. 2-on-2 break after the turnover. Stevens around Crane scores. 6-4 Mark Morris, a quick 4-0 run after 2 turnovers by the Lumberjacks. 3:50 to go here in the first. Crane brings it up. Great energy here. Crane pulls up for 3, hits it right in front of Stevens to get it back. Pass up the near sideline. Brooks finds Bogner. Bogner pump fakes, goes up, no good. A lot of bodies down low, bothering that shot. Irwin looking inside, goes to Young on the block near side, puts it on the deck, spins around, floats it up, hooks it in. What a bucket there, and we've got a whistle, and we've got a timeout, 30-second timeout. R.A. Long with a 3-point lead now. 9-6 with 3:19 to go. I know, Jose and Gigi, I wish I could fix it. The only way to fix it is to turn off my internet and restart it, and I really can't do that. I don't know what's causing it, other than the fact that there's a lot of devices connected here at Kelso right now, and I can see it's pretty unwatchable. Trust me, it's nobody that hates this more than me, but I imagine the viewers at home not watching it live are also equally upset. After the timeout, Mark Morris basketball. Mac West into the ball game. Moves it near side, screens for Stevens, rolls, low pass, kicked around, and it's picked up by R.A. Long. Newsom into the game for R.A. Long, moves it to the corner Jenkins. Jenkins gets it back, a wide open 3 from Trey is airballed, caught out of the air by Crane, loses a handle. Young grabs it, goes up and scores. Another offensive rebound there for Rhett Young. He's got 6, lead up to 5 for the Jacks. Cut inside, Ibarreta leans in off the window. 4 now for Ibarreta as Crane races out. I'm too busy looking at this internet thing. Newsom races out, gets a screen from Young, goes to Jenkins. Jenkins rotates it to the near wing, back to Trey, top of the circle, puts it on the deck, finds Young wide open, and he slaps the glass over Hendrickson and scores again. 8 now for Rhett Young. He's already scored more in this game than he did in the game against River. But he's off to a great start. 13-8. Lumberjacks with the lead. Stevens being guarded by Irwin. Shoves off, and it's going to be a foul on Irwin, and Irwin can't believe it. Inbound by Mark Morris. Drew Ibarreta lobs it in. Ibarreta gets it back. A floater. No. Young with another rebound for R.A. Long. Crane, far side now, being guarded by Brooks. Moves it back to Newsom. Newsom looking to direct traffic. Has a screen from Young. Uses it. Pulls up for 3. No good. Young battling for the board. Taps it out. Newsom tracks it down. Another opportunity for the Jacks. Top of the circle. Phil sidesteps. Finds Crane. Open 3. Down! 6 now for Crane. And the net gets caught up on the rim. Stoppage in play. 1:21 to go. Jacks doubling up Mark Morris here, 16-8. Inbound goes off of Ibarreta in the corner. Newsom bothering that inbound. Fans are still pouring into the building here. It's going to be standing room only before you know it. Jacks with another opportunity here. Crane with it in the corner, gets it out to Newsom. Crane now with it, gets a screen from Young left, drives left, switch on defense, and now a double team shows on Crane. Passes out to Jenkins. Jenkins to Newsom. Newsom leans in, fouled from behind by Hendrickson. Veteran play there by the junior, Cam Newsom. He's going to head to the line. He felt Hendrickson trailing him and slowed up his momentum, so Hendrickson crawled up his back slightly. 1:03 to go here in the first. Newsom at the free throw line. Misses short on the first. Nate Stevens will check back in for Hendrickson, and Jeff Rookledge is going to sub in for Rhett Young. Young with a heck of a first quarter effort here. 8 points and I believe 5 rebounds. Newsom looking to settle in here after missing the first. Second on the way, and it's good. Cam Newsom now with his first point of the game. Ibarreta being guarded by Newsom here. Gets it near wing. Brooks has Rookledge on him. Moves it around the perimeter. Stevens being guarded by Trey. Goes up and under. Hits somehow off balance. Might have been some contact there as well. 17-10, 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Jackson, no hurry. Far side, Rookledge moves it around the perimeter. Now Crane finds Jeff Rookledge. A three from the corner is splashed home. And the net again caught up on the rim. Jeff Rookledge with his first bucket. 20-10. Jacks starting to heat up here. Jenkins subs out of the ball game. Rookledge, Newsom, Irwin, Crane, and Phil out on the court now. 15 on the clock for Mark Morris as Ibarreta being guarded by Newsom. Passes to the top to Bogner. Bogner, drop step spin, keeps his pivot down, fades over Phil, misses the shot. Newsom with the board. 3 on the clock. He's got to get it up. Good if it goes. No good. That's going to do it for the first quarter. 20-10 your score. R.A. Long with the lead. We'll be back here in just a quick second here, folks.
Located in downtown, one of my favorite local restaurants, the Country Folks Deli, otherwise known simply as the Cow Deli. With plenty of seating in the front and back, the Country Folks Deli is family owned and operated, serving up some of the best soups, sandwiches, and much more. They feature a special soup every day they are open, and every day they have their delicious beer cheese soup with homemade croutons. Be sure to save room for one of their delicious homemade desserts. I went with the chicken cordon bleu, and it was amazing. The Country Folks Deli, open Monday through Saturday from 10 to 4 at 1329 Commerce in Longview. Country Folks Deli, proudly sponsoring Lumberjacks basketball.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Kelso High School. Mark Morris and R.A. Long doing battle here for the district championship. And right now it's R.A. Long with a 20-10 advantage. Again, fans, I apologize for the technical difficulties at halftime. I will restart the live stream more than likely, so be sure to look for that link on our Facebook page. I'll try to see if I can assign it to the same links. Don't know if that's going to work out, but I know it's pretty unbearable right now. 20-10. Mark Morris starts with the ball. Stevens being guarded by Irwin. Back to the basket, keeps his dribble. Irwin moving his feet well. Help comes over. Irwin forces a pass out from Stevens to Brooks. Brooks being guarded by Crane, moves it far side. Three-pointer on the way for Nate Stevens, no good. And a long rebound goes out to Jaden Brooks. He hops in the lane, throws it up and in off the glass. That is a great hustle play by Jaden Brooks. 20-12. Mark Morris starts the quarter out with a bucket. Skip pass near side. Around the perimeter, R.A. Long goes. Crane sets up a screen, gets it from Thill. Back to Thill. Thill's three is on the way, a little bit short. Rebound Nate Stevens. Tied up underneath is Stevens by Rookledge, and it's going to be a loose ball foul on Rookledge. And Rhett Young is going to check in off the scorer's table. Yes, I will reboot at half, absolutely. No guarantees, though. I had trouble in the first game, too. Apologies. I don't know how many times I could probably say it because I don't know what's going on here. Ibarreta speeds up the court, misses the shot just barely as it rattles off to the far side. A rebound by R.A. Long. Thill with it now in the front court. Being guarded by Ibarreta, but Ibarreta giving him some space. Thill directing traffic, gets it to Irwin. Double team shows. Could be a little bit of a zone look here. And Rookledge runs to the corner, a lob tapped up by Young, and it's out of bounds. Last touched by the Lumberjacks. So some confusion there on the offensive side for R.A. Long. The defensive looks getting switched up there on him. The Monarchs, after getting a bucket on their opening possession, held the Jacks scoreless this first minute and a half of the quarter. A three by Bogner. No, rolls around and out. Nearly down. Rebound to Young. Up the court near sideline in a hurry. Skip past far side. Crane jabs off the defender. A three up on the way. No good. Long rebound. Tracked down in front of the Monarchs bench by Dalton Stevens. Stevens continuing to dribble. Bothered by two Jacks. Kicks it out to Nate. Nate Stevens drives. Loses his footing. Foul called on the shot. Nate Stevens will head to the line for two. Nate's first free throw on the way. Swished home. First point of the game for Nate Stevens. Second free throw on the way. Rattles out. Irwin the rebound for the Jacks. 20-13. R.A. Long still looking for their first bucket here of the quarter. Thill double teamed in the corner. Ball's deflected. Out of bounds. It's going to stay here with R.A. Long. But the difference in defensive looks so far given R.A. Long some trouble. A three by Rookledge! And that net continues to be stuck. The hot shooting. The reason for it, nothing but twine for Jeff Rookledge. Jaden Brooks is going to sub out. Mark Hendrickson subs in. The Monarchs have got to rest some guys occasionally here to keep the legs fresh for the stretch run of the ball game. But they're going to have to use a lot of energy to come back. They nearly pulled it off in game number 2. But R.A. Long able to hit the big shot late. Peyton Thill with a crucial three. Helped the Jacks pick up the win and stave off a Mark Morris comeback. Skip pass gets to the near side to Bogner. An open three is up and down. A huge answer there. Bogner found on the near side. Thill back to Crane. Crane penetrates, feeds down low. Young catches it, goes up. 10 now for Rhett Young. The co-player of the year alongside Dalton Stevens, off to a great start here in the first half. Far side, pump fake on a three. Driving baseline is Stevens. Throws up a very difficult shot, can't hit it. Mark Hendrickson, last to touch it, knocks it out of bounds. 25-16. Jacks with the ball. Three-point line extended. Jenkins gets it to Young. Continue to rotate to the far side. Back to the top to Crane. Crane, one dribble, pulls up from the foul line. Tough leaner. Crane now with 8. Jacks on top by double figures, 27-16. Now the other way, a drive in the paint. Floater is good by Jaden Brooks. Gets it back, and we've got a timeout. Ken Kelly immediately after. Brooks now with 4. We're going to step aside and take a quick break. We'll be
Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of R.A. Long and Mark Morris High School on N2 Media. Call financial advisor Ryan Littlefield at 36th Avenue in Longview for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 4:11 to go, second quarter. R.A. Long with a 27-18 advantage. It'll be Lumberjacks basketball. I am going to reboot my internet here. I don't know if I'm going to cut the stream quite yet when we get to halftime, but we'll see what we can do. So bear with me, folks. I can't get the same internet quality that I get at the Longview schools here at Kelso. Double team in the corner. Rookledge passes out to the wing. Three-point line extended. Crane picks up his dribble, goes back to the corner to Rookledge. Rookledge pulls the trigger from 3. That one's no good. Tapped out by Young. Rookledge gathers the rebound. Phil now with it to Jeff. Time he connects. Rookledge now with 9 off the bench on 3 made threes. 30-18. R.A. Long in control with 3:32 to go in the first half. Hendrickson goes to the top to Brooks. Brooks back to the near wing. A 3 by Stevens to get it back. And it grazes the rim, and it's going to go out of bounds. R.A. Long basketball. Cam Newsom bringing it up for the Jacks. Being guarded by Ibarreta. Has a screen from Jenkins. Switch on defense. Newsom gets rid of it. Nice find down low. Jenkins lobs it over the defense to Rhett Young. He's got 12. 14-point lead now for R.A. Long. Hesitation, Bogner. Bogner scoop with the left, and it rattles out. Good defense there by Rhett Young. Great footwork and a good shot created, though, by Bogner. Just couldn't get it to go. Jacks threatening to run away with this one here the last 2:40 in the half. Newsom using some time. Hands it off to Rookledge. Rookledge dribbles to the left, finds Jenkins. Jenkins lobs over Bogner again to Young, and it's not fair. Rhett Young, Jenkins with back-to-back dimes over the defender. And Young with 14 now, and the Jacks on top by 16, largest lead of the game. Feed to the high post, off the dribble. Scoop shot, Bogner around Young, scores. 7 now for Carson Bogner, trying to give Mark Morris some momentum heading into the final couple minutes here of the first half. Far side, Crane, in and out dribble, picked up by Bogner, pulls up from just beyond the elbow, leaves it short, rebound Ibarreta. Ibarreta goes far side immediately to Dalton Stevens. Stevens might have pushed off, loses the ball. A foul's going to be called on the floor. It's going to go against R.A. Long. Physical play there. And it's going to go against Cam Newsom. Just the third team foul. Mark Morris yet to be whistled for a foul here in the quarter with 1:44 left. Inbound goes to Bogner, being guarded by Irwin. Bogner hands off Brooks. Brooks picked up by Irwin now. Fires a pass down low to Bogner. Bogner working against Crane, gets around him. The footwork is just so good for Carson Bogner. Gets it down to 12 after a 4-0 individual run. 1:22 left here in the first half. Newsom gets it across. Newsom moves it. Same spot, Crane now to Irwin. Irwin bounce pass feed. Jenkins just loses it on the pass. And it's an unevaded turnover, Just a turnover. Unforced error is what I'm thinking. I know it's unwatchable lag. I totally get it. I'm going to restart it. It never really happens. The only place it does is Kelso. That was close to a 10-second violation, and we're going to get a foul against R.A. Long as Hendrickson goes to the floor with 55.8 left in the first half. The Monarchs are getting what they want here, a chance to get this lead down heading into the locker room. Coach Key is looking for a 5-second violation, it looks like, being closely guarded. Hendrickson bounce pass feed inside to Ibarreta. Ibarreta dribbling out, bounce pass. Stevens faces up, being guarded by Jenkins, puts it on the deck with the right hand. Into contact, steps through. That might have been a travel. A bucket good for Dalton Stevens. It's a 6-0 run for the Monarchs. Lead down to 10, 34-24. Newsom splits two defenders. Blocked on the shot, though. And a foul afterwards. And Mark Morris is going to grab all the momentum, it looks like, heading into the locker room. Free throws now coming on the other end after the loose ball foul. Drew Ibarreta will head to the line. Ibarreta at the line, and his first free throw is long off the back iron. Second free throw on the way, and it's also off. Rebound goes to Crane. R.A. Long can hold for the final shot if they want, up by 10. Phil fouled by Nate Stevens. It'll be a side out on the far sideline. Jeff Rookledge will inbound it. Goes to Phil in the backcourt. 20 seconds on the clock. Phil being guarded by Hendrickson. Fouled immediately. So that's the second team foul. Coach Kelly and company looking to coach the Monarchs to maybe fouling to keep R.A. Long out of rhythm, get this clock down since they have fouls to give. Crane with 7 on the clock looks to go to work, loses a handle, throws it over to Irwin somehow. Irwin, pass underneath the basket, gets away from Jenkins out of bounds with 0.2 seconds on the clock. Great defense by Mark Morris down the stretch. They've closed the quarter strong. .2 on the clock. Not enough time for a catch and shoot if the clock operator is on the schedule. Bogner throws it over his head and made it at least a little interesting there. 34-24. All right, I'm going to